more Pinky Tales. Discord Tales. Right. Okay, so just gonna jump right into this. Discord Tales 2, the Alicorn and the Pea. Ooh, this'll be interesting considering, there's not really any Disney source to go off of this one, so I can't say you're copying from Disney this time. Ooh, and it's such a short tale too. I mean, the original story by Hans Christian Andersen's like 1 page. Literally 1 page. So, how long is this? Like an hour? Half an hour? Well, either way, it'd be interesting to see where you go with this. Also, more Discord Tales! Okay, so, just gonna go right into this. Okay, 3, 2, 1, play! Da-na-na-na-na, bonnie noo-nee.
Discord Tales, the Alicorn and the Pea.
So, is Discord gonna be the princess again, or is it gonna...
Well.
I remember this part from the preview.
Crawling back.
Well, they are babies, Discord.
I know, and Katie Patterson. Katie Patterson is Fluttershy.
I knew it was only a matter of time.
I really should make that happen at some point, considering DeWilsonator, who plays Discord in DOD, is getting married to Katie Patterson. And you know how I ship Fluttershy in Discord?
Discord practically begged me to come along.
What was that?
Nothing. Please continue.
Why, thank you. I shall humbly reclaim my storytelling throne, but only this once. Next time I shan't be so easily swayed for your pony pleasure.
You're too kind, Discord.
Tonight's tale will be... Let's see... The Alicorn and the Pea, and told by the best storybook reader you've ever heard.
Sorry, the microphone.
What a strange pronunciation for Unky Discord. No matter. Once upon a time...
I like the wording there.
In the distant land
Ooh.
of Topsy-Turvy,
Who's narrating?
there lived a regal, benevolent, chaotic, and devilishly handsome queen.
What?
For I, the queen of this land, have searched high and low for a suitable alicorn to wed my beloved son, the prince.
I
But alas,
can't do
no
this.
such true alicorn can be found.
And
Hey!
the first 4 alicorns
Sunset!
don't count because...
I
The
guess
queen's
none
advisor
of the
asked,
4 of them.
levitating a parchment with her magic that contained the names and faces of 4 famous alicorns, all having been crossed off by the queen.
Too old,
My
too
microphone.
overly saturated by the fandom, too pink, and too OCD. No Starlight Sparkle, this will never...
Starlight Sparkle?
The queen said,
What?
flopping
What?
onto her throne in
But,
a huff.
I see what you...
Shimmer, Your
Thank
Majesty.
you.
And if you're not satisfied with the only alicorns in the land, then perhaps another bride would be better suited for your son? Someone in his own species?
Sunset said, glancing over at the prince who was dreamily
What?
looking out the window with his
Oh
tongue
my
hanging out the side of his mouth.
god.
He was a dragon, though an oddly proportioned one at that, and never seemed to quite understand anything that was going on around him. He never spoke, but instead made odd gurgling noises
Okay.
and the occasional shriek. The queen laughed dismissively, twirling her
this is gonna be
crown
interesting.
in her claw and holding a twily cane in her paw.
How absurd, Twinkle Glimmer. My son is
I get
the
it.
best.
Okay.
And besides, pony hybrid babies are all the rage.
Sunset shuddered at the thought.
Isn't that right, son?
Yeah.
See? Clear as day.
Right. Well, I suppose if we expanded our search beyond our borders, we might be able to find another alicorn to your liking, Your Majesty.
Sunset started, but was cut off when a loud knocking could be heard from the front door.
Whoever could it be at this hour?
Sunset Shimmer raised an eyebrow in confusion and looked out a nearby window to see that it was still
Ah!
daylight. A
Oh my
perfectly
gosh.
reasonable hour for visitors. However, with a snap of the queen's claw, the sun disappeared from the sky and was rapidly replaced by the moon.
On a
In
stormy
addition,
night,
she magicked
to the
a series of
castle
storm clouds
door.
that began to rain, with the droplets falling backwards from the ground to the sky.
That be.
Whoever was
How can you
outside
even
the door
tell?
screamed out in surprise. Sunset quickly opened the large double doors to save their guest from the
Is
queen's chaotic
that
magic.
Starlight
A
Glimmer?
striking purple unicorn mare wearing a long dark cloak covered in rainwater was shivering on the front steps.
Sorry for the intrusion.
Yep.
My name is Starlight Glimmer. I was separated from my friends in a series of strange occurrences that seemed to happen rather suddenly once I entered this kingdom.
She said, trailing off when the pair of
Hey, look,
ponies spied
what?
a quesadilla monster chase
What?
down a purple alicorn
What?
who screamed in distress in the
What?
background.
What?
Followed by a
What?
flock of flying
What?
bananas who honked like geese as they attempted to get out of the rain.
That happens
What?
around here more than you'd think.
What?
You'd better come in.
What?
Not that it's much better inside the castle.
Who is it? A sparkle surprise?
The queen asked nonchalantly. She teleported out of her throne and next to the visitor.
Starlight Glimmer, your majesty.
Another one? How many versions of you Twilight, Starlight, Shimmer, Glitter, Sparkles are out there?
Ah!
They
Good
call
point.
me the crazy one. So, Nightlight Sprinkles, are you supposed to be the next Alicorn on the list?
Alicorn? I'm not a.
The mare started, but when the queen pulled her cloak away, sure enough, there were a pair of wings tucked in at her sides.
Whoa.
What the? Where did these come from?
Oh, come now, as if we all didn't see this coming. Princess Do-Goody got her wings in a one-part mid-season finale. Shimmy Sham here got hers in a music video. You're
Yeah.
Twilight 3.0. It's only a matter of time. I'm just speeding up the process.
Discord?
I think there's been a big mistake. I
This-
just needed a place to stay the night until the storm passed. I'm a unicorn, I swear. I don't know how I got these.
Starlight said in exasperation.
I'm sorry.
Flailing her wings
Wow.
about, unsure how to control them.
We shall see.
The queen said, stroking
I-
her beard in contemplation.
Come
I have no
on,
idea what
dear.
to say to all
Move
this.
by the fire
What
while
the
my trusty
F?
assistant and I prepare your room for the evening.
The queen
There's too
picked
much in the
Starlight up from
background for me
floor
to.
and swept her into the den.
Yeah,
Soon
like I
after,
said.
The queen returned again
What?
with the prince in tow, plopping him beside her and pushing the pair of them together.
You best get acquainted. You know, in case this
In
all
case of
works
broken
out.
glass, break glass.
The queen said, before teleporting away with Sunset Shimmer.
Before all what works out? What is going on?
Starlight asked in a mixture of confusion and anger. She looked up at the prince and her eyes widened. She'd never seen a dragon or any creature as unique and intimidating as him. Starlight chuckled awkwardly, taking a step away from him. The prince responded by scooting closer.
Ah,
She took
God,
another
this is
step
so
away,
weird.
And the prince leaned his head down to her level, staring intently at her while she chuckled nervously.
I should have stayed outside.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the queen and Sunset Shimmer were preparing a room for Starlight for the evening.
I need a test. One that will prove she is a true Alicorn. But what could it be?
But she's
The
not.
queen said, pacing back and forth while Sunset fluffed the pillows on the bed with her magic.
Why does it matter that the pony be an alicorn again?
Oh, because every pony knows that every Alicorn is a princess, and I must have a true princess to wed my son.
Then you're really just looking for a princess, right? Can't you tell if some pony is a princess if they have a kingdom to rule? Maybe some pony subjects that could vouch for.
Silly twinkly starshine. Any princess
Enough
can
with
have a
the-
crown, a kingdom, a scepter, adoring
Yeah,
clouds,
the
and
joke-
sophisticated
the joke
every
is wearing
need.
thin.
That doesn't make them a true princess. No, what makes them a true princess is passing a ridiculous test that no other pony could ever possibly hope to pass.
Yeah, Anderson.
I've got it.
The queen said, snapping her claw and producing a tiny green pea with her magic.
What's that for?
Oh, you ponies, so oblivious to the obvious. This, my dear, is the test. I shall put this tiny pea under the mattress, and if she is a true Alicorn princess, then she will feel the pea and won't sleep a wink. Princesses are sensitive, more so than other ponies. You eat the tiniest bit of chaos and their little feelings get hurt, so they turn you to stone.
What?
Sensitivity like that can only come from a privileged Alicorn.
The queen deduced. She lifted the mattress and placed the pea in the center of the frame before lowering it down again. The queen pursed her lips and looked at the bed quizzically.
There's a whole lot more of this episode to go, so...
Any old ordinary Alicorn could feel a pea under just one mattress. I know! Let's make it 100!
The queen said in delight, snapping her
100.
claw and piling one mattress on top of the other.
And blankets! 50 of them as well!
In another snap of the claw, the bed had 50 new blankets on top of the highest mattress. The bed was so massive that the tower had to extend to accommodate for its size, and Sunset Shimmer looked at it in complete confusion.
So, you want the cold, wet, and exhausted potential princess to have a terrible night of no sleep because that will somehow persuade her to stay and marry the prince.
Oh, yes!
What? Sorry, that mouth.
See this bed and won't think anything is strange, but she'll still feel the influence of a tiny vegetable under the bottom mattress and not be able to sleep. That's right, kids. Your fairy tales make about as much sense as I do. I couldn't have written a more ridiculous premise than this if I tried.
That's true.
A little while later, the queen escorted Starlight to her room. She took one look inside and her heart dropped, eyes widening in shock. It was the precarious nature to which the mattresses were piled and the overall height of the bed. One wrong move and it looked like it would topple over.
Yep.
There you go, dear. A nice soft bed for you to sleep in.
Oh, you shouldn't have.
Now, up you go for a good night's sleep.
I know I never mentioned this, as it wasn't particularly relevant until now, but I'm terrified of heights. Are you sure there isn't another bed somewhere safer?
Starlight asked, shaking on her hooves. The queen merely laughed and teleported Starlight to the top of the bed monstrosity.
That's a good one, Sunshine Sprinkles. Imagine that. An Alicorn afraid of heights. What will these ponies think of next?
I am not an Alicorn!
Starlight
Wow.
started, but
Okay,
queen
the
was
room is
gone
nightmarish
long before
enough.
She could finish her sentence.
Oh,
Starlight
except for the
immediately
magpie part.
grasped onto the giant bedpost for dear life. She wasn't sure how it was possible, but it seemed like she was hundreds of feet in the air whenever she dared to look over the side. She attempted to ignite her horn and get back on solid ground, but the sheer altitude from atop the bed had shorted her magic. She was truly stuck.
Okay, Starlight, you can do this. You've been through worse. You faced a hive of changelings, a shadow pony, Pinkie Pie on a sugar bender. You can handle this. This is nothing. What was that?
Yeah, just saying, the room is nightmarish enough.
That can't be good. That can't be good. Oh, what would Twilight do?
Oh, God.
Think, Starlight. Think. Maybe I can fly off.
Yeah, just saying, you have
That's
wings.
crazy. I don't even know if these wings are real. I don't know if any of this is real. There's some pony. Help! Help!
The next morning, the queen and the prince
Okay,
eagerly
there's a
awaited to
whole
see if
lot
their
more
Alicorn
of this
guest had
episode
slept
to
through the
go,
night.
so...
Sunset Shimmer was sent to retrieve her from her room around breakfast time.
So,
and when she returned,
what else?
Starlight Glimmer was with her and looked simply dreadful. She had deep bags under her eyes, her mane was messed, and her pupils were as small as pinpricks. She was crouched close to the ground like she never wanted to be apart from it ever again.
Ooh, why this is promising, I must say. Tell me, Sky Sparklers, did you sleep well?
Sleep? I didn't sleep at all.
Starlight said, choking on her words, her tone still tinged with terror.
You passed!
No.
The queen exclaimed, pulling on a cord that appeared beside her head, which released a series of balloons, confetti, and a banner with the Queen's picture giving a thumbs up and the printed words, "You did it," in bold letters. As the confetti fell, the prince stuck out his tongue and let one of the pieces delicately land on his tongue before eating it.
Passed? Passed what?
The test to see if you truly were an Alicorn princess worthy enough to marry the prince, of course. I hid a pea under
I don't think she
all
wants to marry the
mattresses,
prince
knowing that
after
only
this.
a true Alicorn princess would be sensitive enough to feel it, and therefore be too uncomfortable to sleep. At long last, my son can finally settle down with a pony worthy of making me a hybrid grandbaby.
Ew!
The prince was
Sorry,
suddenly
just-
at Starlight's side, his
No,
long
the baby's-
tongue licking up the side of her face.
Yeah,
causing
run!
her to immediately
Run!
go rigid. She stood silent and still, the
Run.
only movement coming from the twitch of her eye.
Run!
Oh boy. Here it comes.
Sunset said, backing away
Hey,
in
it's Q
anticipation.
Discord.
Are you kidding me? You were testing me? I didn't feel a pea. I was clinging onto the bedpost for dear life. How many mattresses did you pile on that bed? There was no additional support. The entire thing wobbled all night. I was sure it was going to fall. It was so high, it shorted out my magic. And I am not an alicorn. I don't know why I have these wings, but I certainly can't fly with them. I was awake in sheer terror all night. What kind of pony, alicorn or not, would want to marry some pony who put them in danger for a stupid test? I'm out of here!
Oh, pooh. I was so sure you were the right Twilight parody for the job. I guess you were supposed to be the Alicorn all along, Shimmy Shine.
The
What?
queen said,
What?
snapping her claw and taking
What?
away Starlight's wings,
What?
only to give them to Sunset's shimmer instead. Starlight didn't hesitate, bolting out the door once she was made a unicorn again.
Free!
Twilight doll.
I'm free!
Sunset's shimmer
Oh,
started,
boy.
inspecting her
Twilight,
wings in bewilderment.
sunset, run.
As she did so, the prince's face inched closer and closer to hers.
True love conquers all.
Run!
Wait, I didn't sign up for
The end.
What? Oh no! Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh, what's this? Aren't they supposed to be asleep? Oh, how do you turn this thing off?
Well, Discord, your story was interesting, but could be quite scary.
Scary.
Yeah.
What on earth are you talking about? My story was flawless.
Well, there was a killer quesadilla and terrifying heights, and not to mention a dragon. Maybe the babies were a bit too frightening.
I was frightened of Sunset. Oh no.
Fluttershy?
Uh-oh.
What's going on? Discord!
Uh-oh.
What are you? What are you doing here? Oh, Pinkie Pie, you look just awful. What are you doing out of bed? Pound and Pumpkin's crying woke me up. What did he do this time? I'm so sorry.
I
I
can't.
think Discord's story might have frightened Pound and Pumpkin. Maybe just a little.
Every pony's still a critic, I see. There was nothing at all wrong with the story I told. I can't help it if you ponies have bad taste in comedy.
Move over. I'll tell them a real story.
Let Fluttershy tell the story.
Pinkie Pie, you're too sick. I'll tell the twins a story to get them to go to sleep.
This ought to
Would
be
you
cute.
like that, Pound and Pumpkin? Aw, a sweet story by you should do just the trick, Fluttershy.
Oh, now see here. When Fluttershy said I could take over story time based upon Pinkie Pie's sudden ailments, she theoretically signed a verbal contract dictating
What?
that all stories therein must be told and performed by the one and only Draconicus Lord of Chaos, Discord,
Fluttershy,
etc.,
give him your
etc..
stare.
Any breach of said hypothetical contract gives all licensing rights to the series Pinkie Tales to Discord, which will promptly be renamed Chaos Tales and undergo an aggressive rebranding.
Discord, if you wanted another chance, all you had to do was ask. What? But, Fluttershy, do you really expect the Discord to tell the twins a sweet story?
Oh, you want sweet? I'll give you downright sappy. Once upon a time.
Should I be worried?
In the magical land of Horsequestria, there lived a lovely queen and a
Oh,
particularly picky prince. The queen, Horsemom,
Yes.
had tried for
Yes.
years to
I'm
find
going
the
for
right
this.
princess for her son to wed. However, the prince would only accept the best and truest princess to be his bride. Thus far, no princesses had won his favor.
I, the perfectly boring, correct-gendered prince, must have the perfect princess
Okay, yeah,
for
yeah,
my
yeah, yeah.
bride. Oh, are you quite sure we have to start this one from the beginning? Already bored.
Hold on. How come this is the first time you've actually interrupted your own story? And why did you drag me here again to narrate? That first narrator sounded perfectly fine to me.
Yeah.
There was no first narrator. That was me.
What?
I can do all sorts of things to my voice.
Change it.
Throw it. Add unnecessary audio effects. I figured if these were called Discord tales, they might as well be narrated by Discord. But that's not the way Pinky wants it. So, here we are.
I'm sorry. I
Predictable,
can't.
I
I
know.
can't take this.
And seeing how Pinky scared away all the other narrators, you were our unlucky winner.
You narrated it. That's not what the name says in the credits, Discord. Narrator 1 is chaotic. Chaotic. I get it. I get it. So the Great Lord of Chaos is mimicking narrators now. Great.
A bad pun I surely couldn't pass by, especially since puns are what the Pinky Tales franchise is built upon. Isn't this the part where you narrators insist on getting back to the story, no matter how dull they may be?
Fine.
Where was I? Oh, yes. How will I ever find one to suit me, Mother?
Please let it be Fluttershy. Please let it be Fluttershy.
And pulled
Sorry,
her
you know
son
who I
into
am.
a sappy and cootie-filled hug to comfort him. As she did so, they heard a knock at the door.
Who could that be? It's pouring normal rain outside at the appropriately inappropriate hour of the night.
Horsemom asked, opening the door to her own castle for some reason, as there didn't seem to be many servants around.
It
The doorstep before her was a small yellow pony with a pink soft mane, drenched in mud and water.
Ah, so this is a Fluttercore story, is it? I suppose it can't be a Dyslestia one, since she's playing the role of the queen.
You're going to do this the entire story, aren't you?
Oh, don't pretend you don't love it. You know you want me, baby.
Ew.
Something tells me someone's going to get angry at me for using that phrase without permission.
Meg owes me so much for this.
Oh, wait.
The pony had big wavering anime eyes and a quiver in her lip.
Forgive my intrusion, dear queen, but I am a princess.
How's
even though
Fluttershy
I'm
gonna
just
respond to this
Pegasus,
story?
And I have been tragically separated from my servants on a long, perilous journey. Might I come in and spend the night away from the storm?
The princess asked, as the music in the background became louder, while the camera panned over to Horsemom, who you could tell was sympathetic by the tragically sad look on her face.
Because Fluttershy's
course, dear.
adorable.
You are a princess, you say?
I am Princess Waifu Shy.
Waifu
For
Shy.
your hospitality. Do you like that one? Came up with the name myself. I know how much the fans love a good ship.
Pinkie Pie?
Just kidding. It's still me.
Waifu Shy.
Ugh. Discord! Are you really that bored? Or are you just trying to make it your mission to...
Oh, it's lost narrator.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's just killing you, isn't it? Can't say bad words in front of the little ones. This is Magpie Pony's channel, after all.
Yeah, it's your wife to beast.
Waifu shied
It
courtesy.
is lost
and the
narrator,
prince
right? Okay.
begrudgingly returned the gesture before turning to his mother.
How are we to know that she is a real princess? It could have been any pony off the streets pretending to be a waifu.
The
What?
prince said, like the picky little brat he was.
Oh, I'm sorry. If you want, I could just go.
Nonsense. Come, child. Warm yourself by the fire, while my son and I prepare you a room.
Horse Mom said,
Horse
ushering
Mom.
the poor fairy
I
towards
only
the
just-
cracking but otherwise boring fireplace. The prince, still skeptical, followed his mother from the room.
Patience, my dear, for I know of a test that will prove if this mare is indeed a true princess of your liking.
That's not the only requirement I have, you know. She must also sound lyrical, laugh at my jokes, be exceedingly beautiful. Although, let's be honest, none can exceed my own beauty. Oh, and I almost forgot, she absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt, must be perfect in every way.
All of these things will be made clear by my test.
I think you just enjoy testing your subjects, don't you, Queenie Sunbutt? Oh, wait, I mean mother.
The queen
Yeah.
instructed several servants to meet her and the prince
That Rarity?
in the highest room of the tallest tower, with exactly 20 downy mattresses, 20 quilted blankets, and a
I'll
small
put 20
green
downy
key.
mattresses upon
She
our
knew that
bed.
only a real
Sorry.
princess would be sensitive
I-
enough to
I keep
feel the
having
little
Once Upon a
heat
Mattress
under all
in
the
my
mattresses
head.
and blankets.
Now that
and
was a fun
if she
set.
was a real princess,
What?
then she would be the one for her son.
Discord!
For the lover. Discord!
What? Oh, it's you. Wake me when this story is over, will you?
Oh, come on,
I know why
Discord.
you use these to get the twins to sleep.
You're making this so difficult! Flutter's waifu shine
Yes.
was escorted to the tower shortly after the room was completed. When she was ushered inside, she looked confused, but didn't speak up at the strange sleeping arrangements. She thanked the queen and prince and retired for the evening.
Why is it Fluttershy gets to go to sleep in this story, but I can't take a nap?
I thought it was waifu shine. Can't you keep your character straight?
Ah, with enough interruptions. Can you?
You are so lucky I am on Mag's channel right now.
Yeah.
The next morning, the queen and the prince
What is she
eagerly
wearing?
awaited waifu Shai at breakfast to see the outcome of the test. When she arrived, she looked much more put together than the night before, though she did yawn quite loudly as she was seated.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just a bit tired.
Oh? How did you sleep, my dear?
Waifu Shai wasn't sure how to answer that question. She hadn't had any sleep at all, thanks to the tiny pea under the mattresses. But she didn't want to
I'm
admit
sorry.
to the queen
I'm
that
about
she
to
wasn't
cry
the
from how
perfect
cute-
hostess to visiting royalty. She presumed that a little white lie might be better than offending the queen.
Hey,
After
narrator.
all, princesses were taught to
narrator.
be
Hey,
kind.
hey,
What are you
hey,
doing?
Narrator.
Something-
Hey, bada, bada, bada,
What are you
hey.
doing?
How have you been? You seem tense.
You know what? You know what? I am done. I don't care. I don't care what this is Mag's channel.
Whoa.
Well, it seems I've lost the narrator. And so, to this boring story, I say the end.
What? Come on.
Maybe they didn't hear me. The end.
No, they're crying because you
The
didn't let
end.
Fluttershy and Discord be together.
End.
I don't think that's going to work, Discord.
That would work perfectly fine on Pinkie Pie.
Well, Pinkie Pie's sick.
We're just going to have to try something else.
And what, pray tell, do you have in mind to make them stop spewing that horrendous
Have Fluttershy and
noise?
Discord get together.
Not their diapers. They're fed. I know they're tired. I just don't know.
It's the story, isn't it? Not good enough yet. Take 3.
Oh no.
Once upon a time.
God.
I promised myself I wasn't going to narrate for Discord again. I made
What?
that promise. But the real Chaotic is missing. Lost is still somewhere reeing into the sunset. And here I am.
Hi, Magpie.
So you know what? I'm going to narrate this one my way. There's this far-off kingdom ruled by this queen of sorts. Only she's a bit of a bohemian, and she has this particular problem. See, she's got this kid that she wants to marry off, but all the neighboring kingdom's princes take one look at her kid and begin to question the actual requirements for being royalty these days, and they go kind of into a mental breakdown. See, her kid's a bit of a sap. You could say she's real stiff. The possibilities of puns are endless here, because she is a tree.
What?
I mean, I figured tree hugger might try to claim some plant-based life forms somewhere in her ancestry, but she's actually trying to pass this tree Bloomberg off.
Okay, this is
princess. So after some
you
time
could have
has
ended it with
passed, Mom
Fluttercord.
goes to her kid all upset because she's failed, and she's like,
I am so totally bummed that I haven't found you the right soul partner with whom you can share an eternal
You really
bond.
don't like this
But,
story,
like,
do you,
don't let those other
Magpie?
princes wreck your vibe. It just means that they aren't princey enough to handle all your positive karma.
But as she's amping up those hippie stereotypes, there's a suspiciously well-timed knock on their front door.
Salutations and blessings to you, traveler.
Oh my god.
Hey there.
No. I can handle Bloomberg and Tree Hugger, but you're making the Prince Featherbangs. It's totally what I said. You know what? I'm not even going to give you the chance to respond, because unlike the other narrators in this story, I have a pretty accurate sense of the power that I actually wield. So before you go and say something that you and I both know everyone will regret, I'm just going to ignore all these details that you're throwing at me to make me break, and I'm going to push on. So, ha!
I'm from a distant kingdom, and I heard you were
This
looking for a handsome prince to sweep your princess
What?
off her hooves.
Actually, she has roots that tie her to our Mother Earth, and disrupting that connection might emotionally and physically scar her. But I can tell that your heart was in
You
the
can't
right place.
see, but
Come in and make
my
yourself
face
comfortable.
is like
I think you'll find the aura of this
frozen
place to be
and
quite calming and welcoming.
open mouth gape.
Yeah, sure, okay. So can I meet her?
She's in the throne room, which is actually made entirely of organic materials. We don't have to disrupt our environment to classify ourselves as royalty.
So Justin makes his way towards the princess.
Justin.
And at first he's skeptical, but then he sees his reflection shining back at him from the ripe apples on the
This
princess.
is so stupid!
Decides that she's the most beautiful princess he's actually ever met. So he's on board.
This just might be the most attractive tree I've ever seen. I'll totally marry her.
Please let
That's
this be the end.
righteous, but I'm still not getting a clear vibe from you.
Ah!
Why would my sapling marry just any pony?
Magpie, this is painful. I know it's supposed to be, but it is.
I'll have aligned my chakras and can make a more clear decision.
Even though I get the feeling that Tree Hugger would be the last pony to make someone pass a test to marry her tree, we're just gonna have to ignore that because reasons.
Because
Other
reasons.
ponies bring her a biodegradable, environment-friendly mattress to Justin's room, along with whatever organic vegetable was left over from dinner.
You summoned me, Your Highness.
Oh, righteous.
No.
A garden.
No.
That's
No.
exactly what I need.
No.
In order to give my eternal blessings for this union, I need to be sure that the prince can sense the emotions of all the earth's bounty. So, I need you to sleep under the mattress. If he can, feel you under there and rescue you,
Of course he
then
can feel
I'll know
it.
he cares for the well-being of every pony.
Oh, well, are you sure one mattress is enough? It might be too easy for him to feel my presence.
Nah, man. There's no need to waste more materials. And I highly doubt more mattresses will emphasize the point of this test.
So after all that exposition dump, Pony Bieber makes his way to the bed, but when he lays on the mattress, he senses what any normal pony would in this given situation. What with a Draconequus-sized vegetable literally lifting it off the ground? Something was not right.
Huh, I can't seem to get my beauty sleep on this bed.
Ow!
It's like there's something trying to keep me from being my picture-perfect self.
This is so dumb. I'm
Perhaps he didn't
sorry.
feel me.
I know it's supposed to be, but it is.
Ow.
Yeah, I just
This is
sense
more
that
cringy than the
something's off
first
here.
one.
Something just doesn't bode.
Are the cake twins asleep yet?
The next morning rolls around and preteen Scream approaches the queen holding a mangled pea in his hoof, and he's like,
So I couldn't sleep
what's
very
his
much
name?
last night till I discovered this green thing under my mattress.
Ow!
Next time, you might want to check under there before you have visiting royalty.
That's exactly what I was like, hoping you'd say. I put it under there to test you for some reason, and you passed. You have my blessings and positive vibes to marry the princess.
I guess the moral of that story is when your in-laws give you a ridiculous test or put you under some undue scrutiny, it's best to just smile and take it. Because at the end of the day, even they know it's stupid and unnecessary, but it sure is fun to watch you struggle.
You really hate this story, don't you?
The end. Did it work that time?
I think so. Aren't they just so adorable when they sleep?
Aww.
Oh, yes. Diabetes inducing.
Oh no!
Oh, wait! I give up!
What's going on in here?
Fluttershy? Discord? What are you two doing here?
Pinkie Pie was too sick to tell the twins a story tonight, so we volunteered to help. But no matter what we tried, they just can't seem to stay asleep.
That's because the twins caught the cold too. Babies are always fussier when they don't feel good.
Didn't Pinkie Pie tell you they were sick?
Nope. Let's just call this payback.
Pinky! Look, I had a job taking care of babies. That's just downright irresponsible.
Trying to impress her by getting them to sleep.
What?
Even though that's almost impossible right now.
Wait, what? I missed that part.
Oh, you got me, Pinkie Pie. Don't you ever do this to me again.
Oh, yikes.
Toodles.
Oh, look at Fluttershy. What did I just sit through? Oh my gosh, that was more cringy than the first Discord Tales. I know the second one was getting kind of snoozy, but come on. You couldn't let Fluttershy and Discord have a happy ending. Yeah, very funny. Okay. Yeah, I thought Narrator 2 was lost. And Wifey has Katie Patterson. If you had Will do this, it would have been perfect. 'Cause Will and Katie for life. Ooh, ice skates. Oh, nice. Oh yeah, I think I remember. The casting video. Wait, what? Wait, Slumberjack? Oh, Applejack is gonna be Sleeping Beauty. Oh, that'll be a first. Have her as a princess. Is there more? Oh yeah, right. This is where you usually have your thumbnails. Sorry. Okay, well, Magpie, that was the most ridiculous episode you've ever uploaded. Ever! It was even more ridiculous than the first Discord Tales, and even more ridiculous than the Beauty and the Beast one. Oh my god, I know you wanted it to be cringy, but God almighty. Okay, hold on. God almighty. Well, thank you for giving me that little bit of Fluttercord anyway. Thank you! Oh, that will be my ship forever. It will be my ship forever. They gotta get married. They gotta get married like Will and Kate. They gotta get married! Okay, Disney Fanatic 2364 out.